Hello, what's up guys? In this video, remember I told you that I'll be sharing with you guys knowledge about trading, and I've decided to teach you price action. Many of you have heard about price action strategy, and many of you, I think you're using price action strategy. That's to say demand and supply, support and resistance, trading chart patterns, Fibonacci retracement tools, pivot. Yeah. So in price action mostly we follow chart patterns, and of course we follow what the market has ever done in the past. This is why they say when traders make trading decisions based on repeated price patterns, that's why it's called price action. Okay. Price action traders use tools like chart patterns, candlestick patterns, trend lines, price bands, market swing structures like uptrend swing and downtrend, support and resistance levels, consolidation, Fibonacci retracement levels, and pivot. Okay. General price action traders tend to ignore fundamentals. Yeah. So as we price action traders, we ignore fundamentals because we know what market has ever done. It will also do it in the future. What is it ever done in the past? It will do it in the future. That's why we ignore what fundamentals. Yeah. Fundamentals. That's news, NFP. Okay. This is why they say, because they believe anything is already discounted for in the market price. That's why I said what the market ever did in the past, it will do it in the present. Okay. So that's why we ignore that. This is what these statements does what mean. Okay. So here they say, but there are one thing I believe you should not ignore: major economic news announcement like interest rates decision, non-farm payrolls, FOMC. Okay, so those news like FOMC and NFP, that's called a non-farm payroll. We ignore them, but we should not be ignoring those news events, because these news events can make the market more volatile. But as me, I take it as market completing market structure. Okay, I take it as market completing market structure. Okay, yeah, because I follow trend. Yeah, this is the chart. The chart below shows an example of what can happen when there is major fundamental news release. Okay, so this is NFP. Okay, if you see a bigger candle like this, if you sold here before the news came out, you would have made a lot of profits. Very easy when the market lagged after the news release. Then a major fundamental forex news gets released and the market moved like 180 pips to the bottom. Okay, so as I said that I follow price action and I follow what the market has ever done in the past. You see this level, this is support resistance level, and of course this is resistance level, and this is resistance level. If news is going to come and I see my market is on resistance level, I'll of course be selling. I'll be selling if it's a strong level zone, yeah, and I've confirmed. Maybe market can move up and sweep some liquidity, and then it comes back down and also respect this level zone, and we continue going down here. Okay. Yeah, so price action, we follow market trend, like we follow chart patterns, we follow okay, let me first show them to you here. We follow this, we follow market swing structures like uptrend and downtrend. We follow support and resistance levels, consolidations, Fibonacci retracement levels, and pivot. We also follow candlestick patterns and chart patterns. Yeah, that's what we normally follow in price action, the price action strategy. Okay, there are some reasons why you should learn price action, because the market will always do what it did in the past. It will always do what it did in the past. Okay, yeah. You need chart time to understand price action. You need to know like time frames, yeah, to understand price action. I need to first break down for you the meaning of price action and what you need to follow in this strategy before I teach you guys more, before I go deep I will need to first enlighten you in what we should do, what we should be learning. If you could simply read the chart well enough to be able to enter at the exact time when the move would take off and come back, then you would have a huge advantage. This is here they mean you getting a sniper entry. So you need to get a clear time frame that will help you get a sniper entry. Okay? Trend lines, by the way, if we're using trend lines, the market will of course help us to have a nice market view, like a market trend, price action and charts. Okay, so here we are going to learn something about price action and charts. If you need this PDF, I will send it to you. You just DM me on my WhatsApp number. Yeah. So we are going to first see candlesticks. Okay, we are going to first see candlesticks. In this video, you see here a candlestick chart to put it in another way, like putting a body over a skeleton of the chart of the back candle. You see, this is this skeleton. This is like a back candle, but this is a candlestick. This is not very clear. Let me look for something here. I show you something here. Okay. Yeah, I'll send you this PDF if you need it. But what you need to remember is we shall be learning more, like support and resistance. Yeah, support and resistance, trend. Okay. So before we go deep in price action, remember we trade a market. We trade market trends. Yeah, we trade uptrend, downtrend, and this video and of course this PDF here they talk about trends. Okay, when you have a price moving across time due to supply and demand, or demand and or support and resistance, then this creates trend. Yeah, for example, we can have like uptrend or downtrend. Yeah, uptrend or downtrend. Let me first see here, or I can draw for you. For example, when the market is moving this way. For example, when the market is moving in this format here, this is of course a what? An uptrend. Okay, yeah, this is of course an uptrend. Yeah, but when the market is moving in this format, for example, market moving this in this format, this is what we call a what? A downtrend. Okay, yeah, this is what we call a downtrend. This is what they are talking about here. When the market is moving across levels of resistance and support, demand and supply, market move creates a trend. It creates an uptrend or a downtrend. Okay, so these are three types of trends. Or we have an uptrend, downtrend, and a sideway. I've shown you the uptrend and downtrend. Yeah, but this is also a sideway. You may ask the sideway. Sorry, you may ask for the sideway. This is for the sideway. You see, this is the sideway, market moving in this format. Market moving in this format. This is what we call a sideway. Okay? Yeah, this is what we call a sideway. This is what we call a what? A sideway. So in another video, we shall be learning more about trend, and also we shall break down support and resistance, and also pass through theory of trend definitions. Okay, in our next video. So subscribe, because we shall meet in our next video. Have a blessed weekend.